Hey folks, just going to go over some of these review questions with you. This is just going to be number 1, A through E. So starting with 4.50 grams of potassium chlorate and converting it to moles is what number A is. Okay, so for converting mass to moles, reviewing our mole map there, we see that we go from Madagascar to Somalia. We divide by the molecular mass. So what you have to do first then is calculate the molecular mass of potassium chlorate. Here we go with that. Okay, so it's 122.6 grams per mole. And we're now going to divide the mass by the molar mass. And my units of grams cancel out. And I'm left with moles. I'm giving you your answer of 0.0367 moles to 3 decimal places. All right, and then for part B, it asks you to say how many molecules that is. Even though it's ionic compound, there really aren't any molecules, but pretend that it is. So the total number of units, if you have that many moles, so there we have 0.0367 moles. Always start with what you've been given. And we're going to multiply by molecules and divide by moles so that my units cancel out here and here. I just need a number that relates moles and molecules. That number is, of course, Avogadro's number. The units of Avogadro's number is things per mole. So molecules per mole, atoms per mole, whatever. It's just a number word like dozen or whatever. So back to our problem then. I know that there are Avogadro's number 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 molecules in 1 mole. So I'm just multiplying by Avogadro's number. And just as usual, when you go from moles to something, you multiply. Going 2 moles, you divide. And there's your answer, 2.21 times 10 to the power of 22. Part C is how many moles of potassium are in the sample. Well, looking at the molecular, or at the formula there, it's KClO3. I guess I don't need to write it. It's right here. Okay, 1 potassium, 1 chlorine, and 3 oxygen. It's a 1 to 1 to 3 ratio. So for every molecule of potassium chlorate, you have 1 atom of potassium. And so how many moles of K are there? Well, it's this 1 to 1 mole ratio, so it's going to be the same answer as part B. In other words, 0.0367. It's kind of like saying if you have 12 bikes, how many bike seats do you have? Well, there's 1 bike seat for every bike, so you're going to have 12 bike seats as well as 12 bikes. Same idea, okay? And then for part D, how many moles of oxygen? This is not a 1 to 1 ratio. It's a 3 to 1 ratio. There are 3 atoms of oxygen for every 1 unit of potassium chlorate. So it's going to be however many moles we have times 3. So 0.110 moles of oxygen. And for part E, it asks you to find the percent oxygen by mass in the in KClO3, pardon me, and we know that the mass of oxygen total, there's mass of 48. Okay, there's the mass of everything. I'll add it up again for you. There's oxygen, so it's 48.0 grams per mole of oxygen out of a possible 122.6. And it's just, it doesn't matter what the units are because they cancel it anyways. And then you just figure that out as a percentage. In this case, it's 39.2%. All right, so there's number 1 done. The next video will have number 2 done for you.